Standard 6th, Subject Science, Lesson number 10, Force and Types of Forces. Look at these pictures. First one, see that boy is playing with a wheel. Will the wheel go forward if it is not pushed with a stick? No, right? Now, this is second picture. In this, what can you see? Yes, it is a bullock cart. Who exerts force to move a bullock cart forward? Yes, correct. Pair of bulls. Yes. Now, third picture. In these pictures, that boy is playing football, right? Yes. So, what makes the ball move during a game of football? Yes. What makes? Correct. We have to kick that ball with legs, right? So, from all those three pictures, what conclusion is there? No object changes its position on its own. Force is required to move an object. Force is used to change the direction of an object in motion or to stop it. Now, what is the relation between force and motion? Forces and motion are a part of your everyday life. For example, pushing a trolley, a horse pulling a rope, speed and acceleration. Force and motion causes objects to move but also to stay still, means to stay at one position, steady position, right? Now, motion is simply a movement but needs a force to move. Every day you are using forces. Force is basically push and pull. When you push and pull, you are applying a force to an object. If you are applying force to an object, you are changing the object's motion, right? For example, that football. You are changing its motion, isn't it? Yes. For an example, when a ball is coming your way and then you push it away, the motion of the ball is changed because you applied a force, right? Force is necessary to change the shape of an object, right? Look at this picture. What is there? Yes. While squeezing lemon, a force can change the shape of it, right? Look at the second picture. Isn't it? By applying force, we can change shape of object, right? Now let's discuss types of force. First one, muscular force. What is muscular force? The force applied by the action of muscles in our body is termed as muscular force. As simple as that. Muscular means with the help of muscles. Force applied by muscles. For example, when you pick up a book placed on the table using your hands, you apply muscular force, right? Is it? See, these are the examples of muscular force, right? First picture, bullock cart is there. So animal or human beings, anyone using muscles to apply force. Yes, it is called as muscular force. Second picture is, what is there in that? Correct. Tug of war is there, right? In third picture, that man is doing workout, and while doing that workout, that exercise, he is applying muscular force, right? Next is mechanical force. The force applied by means of machine is called mechanical force. Now can you tell me which machines we are using in our day-to-day life? Look at these pictures. First one is tractor, right? Second is mixer grinder, and third one is sieving machine. So these are the examples, whatever machines we are using in our day-to-day life. So those machines are the examples of mechanical force. Yes, third example is gravitational force. The force applied by the earth to pull objects towards itself is called gravitational force. Now can you tell me, why do fruits on trees fall to the ground? Look at this picture. Apple is falling on ground, but it is not flying in the sky, right? It is not going up, it comes down on the ground. Now this second picture, what can you see in this? If an object is thrown upward by applying force, it reaches a certain height and then comes down. See that ball? First it has gone up and then it is coming down on the ground, right? So this is just because of gravitational force, because earth is pulling objects towards itself, and that force applied by earth to each and every object on it is called as gravitational force. Now let's discuss something about scientists who discovered this gravitational force. Sir Isaac Newton. In the past, Sir Isaac Newton discovered gravitation in the 17th century. The Earth's gravitational force acts in an opposite direction to that of an object moving upwards. Means whatever object is moving upward, Earth is pulling that object towards itself. Means that opposite force is getting created by Earth. Hence, the speed of that object goes on decreasing till in the end it becomes zero. Then the object starts falling down instead of going up further. While falling, its speed goes on increasing all the time due to gravitational force. Now let's discuss this point with the help of example of that ball thrown up in the sky. When it reaches particular height, it stops its motion. Means at that point its force becomes zero, its motion becomes zero, and then it falls down. It is coming down on the earth, but while falling down, while coming down on the earth, its speed increases. Okay, and that is because of why that object comes down on the earth, just because of gravitational force applied by the earth. Greater force must be applied to lift a greater weight, right? If weight is lighter, we have to apply less force. But if it is more, if more weight has to be lift, then we have to apply more force. Look at these pictures. right? If weight is more, weight is greater, then we have to apply more force. Let's discuss about spring balance. Look at these pictures. These are different types of spring balances. Look at second picture. What is there? Potatoes are hung with the help of hook. Now, what is the use of this spring balance? To weigh an object. But how object is weighed on the spring balance? Can you imagine? Yes, because when you are using spring balance to weigh an object, that suspended object is pulled towards earth because of gravitational force. Towards earth means downwards it is pulled, and at the same time tension in the spring is constantly pull that object towards itself, and at certain points tension in the spring of spring balance and the gravitational force which is pulling it downwards, it becomes equal, and at that point, in that position, the scale on spring balance shows the gravitational force, how much gravitational force is acting on that particular object, and that is nothing but weight of that object. Next type of force is magnetic force. Yes, the word itself describes its meaning. The force exerted by a magnet is called magnetic force. Look at these pictures. These are different uses of magnet, right? For what magnet is used? Look at this third picture. The large cranes are used to pick up and move metal containing things. What is there? Car is there, which is hung with the electromagnet. Can you see the word electromagnet is written there? Yes, because there is magnet used in that crane. Now other day-to-day life examples are also there. Look at the pins which are stuck to the magnet and nails also. Yes. So these are the uses or examples of magnetic force. Next type of force is frictional force. Frictional force refers to the force generated by two surfaces that contacts and slides against each other. There are few factors which affects the frictional force. Look at this carom board. Why is powder sprinkled on carom board? Yes, the coins on the carom board should move swiftly, right? During play. What will happen if powder is not sprinkled? On that surface of carom board, there would be more frictional force, right? And this will hinder play. Therefore, for smooth carom board, to make it smooth, we have to sprinkle powder on it. Next example is brakes of vehicle. Yes, any vehicle. If you will take example of any vehicle, for example this bicycle, the brakes used in stopping a running vehicle on frictional force. Okay. See, look at this third picture. This is what? Wet floor. Caution, wet floor is there. Why this kind of boards are used? Or why we have to take care while walking on wet floor? What will happen if you will walk carelessly on wet floor? Yes, you may fall because you will slip on it. There should be friction, and on wet floor there is no friction, and because of this you will fall. Next is electrostatic force. What is electrostatic force? To get more knowledge about it, let's see these pictures. In first picture, you can see plastic comb is rubbed against dry hair and then it is placed near the pieces of papers. In second picture, what is there? Inflated balloon is there and you can see pieces of paper stuck to that balloon. That is just because that balloon is rubbed against silk cloth and then it is bring near these pieces. Okay. So in short, we can say static electricity is produced on materials like rubber, plastic and ebonite due to friction. The force exerted by such electrically charged materials is called electrostatic force, and this force remains with that object on that object for few seconds or few minutes. Okay, it is not for longer duration. Next point is combined force. When a variety of forces act together on single project, when we have to achieve big goal, okay, then we have to use variety of forces acting on single object, okay, and this is called as combined. Combined means together. Different types of forces are used together to perform one activity. Then it is called as combined force. When forces act in the same direction, they combine to make a bigger force. And when they act in opposite directions, they can cancel one another out, right? When they are acting together in one direction, they can apply or it becomes bigger force, and when they are acting on opposite directions, then they can cancel one another. If forces acting on an object balance, the object does not move but may change shape. Look at this picture. What is this? Yes, correct. Have you enjoyed ride on roller coaster? This is roller coaster, right? If the track tilt up, gravity applies a downward force on the back of the coaster. So, because of this, when it is moving up track, opposite force to the gravitational force is created, and because of this, car of roller coaster maintains balance on it and moves forward instead of falling down when it is taking upside down rides. Okay, so children, in this way today we have completed this lesson. Today we have discussed different types of forces like muscular force, mechanical force, gravitational force, magnetic force, frictional force and electrostatic force. As well as we have discussed combined force where different types of forces are used together. Thank you.